Hello viewers, and a warm round of welcome to each and every one of you to another edition of our women's program Karimpe. Today's edition is going to be special. Why? Because I'm with a very special personality. Yes, I am with the reigning Miss Shillong 2024, and she is none other than the beautiful, the poised, the graceful Gracey Nandi. Yes, Gracey Nandi has just won the pageant just a few weeks back here in Shillong. It was a tough competition that she overcame, and because of her charming personality, her grace, her wit, her intelligence, and I'm sure her beauty too, well, that was all and so much more that made the crown sit on her head, as you will see it soon. Yes, Gracey Nandi is a young girl. She is pursuing sociology in a college here. Besides that, she is also into other artworks such as into Kathak. She tells me she's a belly dancer, and besides that, one issue that bothers her and she is very, very serious about taking it up perhaps also is, yes, the concern for mental health. Today we are here with her and, well, let me go ahead and speak to her. Hi there, Gracey.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, and a very, very big round of congratulations to you. On behalf of everybody, all the viewers who are watching this program, it is such a pleasure to have you with us actually, that you could give us your time in spite of you being a student, right? So tell me that moment, Gracey, you were there, the last 3 or the last 5, and then it came to last 3 and your heart was palpitating, right? It was, I'm sure it was. So what happened when 3, 2 and then 1? When your name finally was announced, how did it feel?
So at that moment, this year's batch, 2024 batch of Miss Shillong was one of the most toughest batch.
Okay.
Every girl had the capability, the potential to win.
Mm-hmm.
So we were standing, 3 of us were standing holding hands, and the first runners up and the second runners up were announced.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere we do pray, like, I wish it's my name, I do wish it's my name. But I didn't have that feeling that I might win.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you see the video, I had no idea. So when they called out my name, for split seconds, I couldn't believe. So there was this loud reaction of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw my mother and she had teary eyes, my dad had teary eyes, and they were so happy and proud. That moment I realized, I think I've made it.
Wow,
and then I
course.
went to the head ramp and then got crowned.
Wow, I mean, I can imagine, as you were speaking, I was feeling what you must be going through. The crowd cheering, your parents there, the pressure inside you, and you still have to give that, smile that you always have to put on. But you come from a family, Gracey, that is no surprise to you, because you are a family full of beautiful people. In the sense, your mother also had won earlier pageants, right? Your mother,
yes.
I think, is one great motivator to you. And apart from that, the viewers should know that she has an elder sister, and her elder sister is Gargi Nandi. Now, Gargi Nandi is also a beautiful girl. She is already in the national level, right? Doing a lot of ads, etc. Model also,
yes.
Right? So beauty and, sort of preparing yourselves for such kind of contests, has it always been in your family?
So growing up, we are 2 sisters, and every family, when you're like into a little bit beauty and everything, they're like, oh, Miss India, she wants to become Miss India and everything. This, we never had a thing of like going into pageants, but we as 2 sisters, we were always very much motivated by our parents and grandparents, especially to be in this work, like pageantry industry, modeling. So when my sister stepped into it, I had the guideline. Then my mother stepped into it. And then I had like more guidelines to see how it works. So growing up, every day, every moment of our life, we were prepared in a way, like, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, because somewhere we would like you to do this, be into pageants or modeling or whatever. So there was no like set training or like preparations that went to it, but it is just the upbringing.
Okay.
We were brought up like princess.
You were groomed. You know, grooming, and it's such an important part of everybody's life. It should be, right. We should take care of ourselves. Try to look good. Wear something nice, right. And that adds to one personality. Would you say the way we conduct ourselves, our mannerism, apart from our mannerism, but also what we wear, how we walk, how we talk. It adds to our overall personality.
It does, because a moment a person enters a room or you sit with a person, the first thing you see is how are they dressed up, how they carry themselves. So somewhere being presentable, not for anybody else, but just to look in the mirror and appreciate, that holds a very big part.
And increasingly these pageants are not just about beauty, right, Gracey, that it is just not about a beauty, it is so much more deeper and wider also. Before maybe it was just the physical beauty, but now they actually ask you very difficult questions.
They do.
Yeah. So what was that winning question that was asked to you?
So for the top 5 round, which is the last question answer round, we have a common question which we are given 1 minute and we have to write. So the question was about AI, like when with the growing AI and its every functions coming up, will it dominate human lives? Okay. So is it like a boon or a bane?
Okay.
So that was the question.
And what was your answer?
My answer was AI is beneficial for humankind, of course, but AI will never dominate according to me, because AI can never replace human touch, humanity, the sense of humanity and the sense of love.
Absolutely.
So it will always remain like a tool. Like a catalyst.
Like a machine,
like a machine, something which helps us.
Yeah. And just a little while back you said that we are so concerned of our mental state, exactly, and that brings me to my next question, because you are also, what I read up about you is that you're concerned about the issue of mental health these days. What makes you so concerned about this aspect, though it is being spoken of so much, but you are so young yourself?
So everything comes back to how I was, my upbringing, and we were given a lot of importance to mental health. We wouldn't pressurize, I was never pressurized of doing something that would hamper my mental health. I was always told, you are precious, you are important, we will never ask you to do something which will hamper you.
Okay.
So being in that surrounding, when I saw outside in my friend group, college, school, whatever, when we have certain potentials and capabilities to a certain limit, everybody has a certain limit, but having that pressure that
some
do
parents
it, yes,
tend to
you
put,
have to.
You have to.
I never
Society
had
too.
comparison.
Okay.
I had a very, like my sister is doing so amazing, but I was never compared that you have to do so, you have to be like her.
Right.
It was like you make your own path. So seeing that people of my age are struggling so much mentally, have no one to talk to, did bother me, because I never saw that with myself, or I never experienced that. So I want to make people understand that if you can't seek help from like your family members, seeking help is not a bad thing. It's just, it's a part of bravery. You're brave enough to ask for help. So that's how I always am very adamant about everybody having a good mental health, taking care of it. So yeah, that's why I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah, because often we have seen some children do succumb to a lot of pressure, right?
Exactly.
Because there's so much of comparison going on, so much of importance being given to what others are doing. You have to be also, see, others have done this, you have not achieved, right? So that gives inferiority complexes also, and it's not a very nice feel.
It's not.
But you are so young yourself, Gracey. You're just 18 plus.
I'm 19.
19. Okay. So you're just a teen.
Yes.
Yeah, and earlier to that also in the year 2023, you also won the Miss Teen. You won means you're the first runners up, right? That is also almost winning.
Yes, all crowns are equal.
Yeah, Yeah, so was, competing in pageants and all that, you said, of course, that you wanted to be there. Somewhere I read that the first pageant that you witnessed was in 2019, was
Yes.
it? While you were sitting in the audience. And then you made up your mind that I have to be there too?
Yes, somewhere pageant is a platform where it's not only about that final day or that walk or your clothes that you're wearing. We have like a 10 to 15 day journey wherein we are groomed and we are spoken to, and everything is judged. They look at everything, not only the appearance. So I was sitting in the audience and I saw every girl talk, and everybody had a story to say. It was not just they're there to show how they look pretty or being on stage, but they had a vision, they had some story to say. So yeah, I just saw that ramp gives you a lot of power. You are standing there and everybody is listening to you.
Watching you too?
Yes,
Every
watching
move
you.
of yours.
You have the power to bring up what you feel, what you advocate about. So that is the time where you have people listening only to you. All eyes are on you. You can use that platform to bring about so many changes. So that somewhere has ignited that fire. Also because growing up, I have seen my family having that transformative power of not only changing yourself, but like having the ability to bring in goodness in others' life as well. Because we have a lot, so it's okay to share. So that's how I wanted to get into pageants and use my voice. That time I was very young, so the beauty aspect did have a higher attraction to me. But like growing up, just few years, it changed.
But coming back to this, Miss Shillong contest once again, what does it take to become one? What are the preparation that goes behind? Because see, we only see the glitz and the glamour on the stage, but there must be some grueling sessions that you have to do it again and again and again. Frustrating, sometimes, oh, you're tired, you can't show it. Yes. So what is the behind the scene preparation that goes, Gracey?
So honestly, it takes a village. It is a person's individual hard work as well. But I had some amazing groomers, I had some amazing mentors, I had my supportive family. So during sessions, what we have is, of course, the walk and everything, but we had a groomer who would help us to communicate and ask us like questions which would make us think in various different ways, not only like beauty and its purposes, but in every way. Like we had a question about AI, we have she makes us think about every possible thing, because somehow we, as a winner or a crown holder, we have the power to bring about changes. So we had a lot of grooming sessions and one-to-one conversations with the mentors. At home we have pampering sessions, like taking care of ourselves. Our body, our mind is all we have in this pageant, right? So taking care of that was very important. Again, my grandmother, I adore that woman so much.
She's one of your big inspirations.
Very, like you said, my mother is a pageant winner, my sister is a pageant winner, but that's actually, I get all my inspirations from my grandmother. She is the most beautiful woman ever.
So nice. And there we say that, we have a generation gap. Where is the generation gap?
I think I'm more close to my grandmother rather than my mother.
Okay. Because she has always encouraged you a lot.
She has always. Even my grandfather would like make sure that they're so much into Ayurvedic. So like she would we have skincare sessions and everything. She would be the one like through thick and thin behind me to like make me something. It's not that you have to win, but why don't you make yourself worthy enough to win?
And that is, I think, very important, therefore, that we make ourselves into a beautiful individual. without comparing with others, what others have done or not done, that shouldn't really bother us, right? What we do is the most important thing.
Exactly.
Right? I think you're very lucky indeed, Gracey, that you have such a supportive family, grandparents, right? And we say that they are from another era, etc. But they have been so supportive to you, etc. So when you're talking about, daily routine of grooming, of taking care of self, what are the basics that one needs to do or you do?
So I don't have like a regime or anything. It's again my family, my mother, my grandfather, who are like behind me, feeding me. I come back from college. There are days when weeks and weeks I don't even have to like eat by myself. I'm fed.
Okay,
So I'm
that's
like the
pampering.
I'm the youngest child, so I'm very much pampered. It's honestly anything you do on the surface will be 10 times more prominent if your heart, your mind, your soul is healthy, satisfied, happy.
And a family as a support is so important.
It is.
Yeah. So what are some of the food that you absolutely say, no, Gracey, you're not going to have this?
Honestly, nothing.
You
There's
eat
nothing.
everything?
There's nothing that I have to say no to.
Okay.
Because
A little bit you pinch, is it?
no, I eat.
Okay. Okay.
So I exercise. So that is where you can like balance out.
Okay.
And sometimes I come from a Bengali family.
Yeah.
As much as you eat, it's never enough because you're growing up.
Yeah.
So there's not like a diet or like you can't eat this, eat that.
And the mishti part of ours is
I know,
integral part,
I know.
right? I mean, any home you go, we always have to wind up with a sweet, some sweet. Okay. Now you are still a student, Gracey. You have just gone to college. You have taken up sociology. By the way, what made you take up sociology?
Again, my love for society and its things, because sociology is the study of society.
Right.
And somewhere our society plays a very integral role in our decisions as well. Sometimes we tend to do something that might not be acceptable in the society, so it does hamper our decisions. Every aspect of it, how we are brought up, it's also because how in the society we live in. So if you want to make a tweak change in the society, one has to learn about it first.
Okay.
So I was very intrigued, and that's why I took up sociology, because somewhere in the future I want to help the society in a little way as possible.
Yeah, but then, you have already gone to the glam world. This is a glamorous world, and there's a cutthroat competition too, right? There's always somebody who will just want to step into your shoes, and unless you are one step ahead. So how will you want to balance these two actually in the near future?
It is all about sometimes, when you love a thing very much, you don't have to balance it like it's not a task, it happens. While I had my sessions going on, I had my college. I would finish college and then go to my sessions. If you're finding a difficulty in balancing, it's just prioritize what you want to do, because pageantry is something I still want to continue as long as I can.
Okay.
And somewhere I know the college I am in, the family I am in will always be there to help me to balance it out.
Right.
So I will never have that difficulty externally, but it is that inside procrastination and self-deprecation and a lot of overthinking that one must overcome.
You must be the idol and an inspiration for so many. I mean, you just have to type Gracey Nandi. There's so much already written about you, so many food, and it's nice, isn't it? Nice. So those who want to are preparing, like you. Of course, you're still very young. However, what would you tell them? Say a school kid who is now watching your program and she wants to say, wow, I would also like to be like her.
So getting into pageants or modeling, one must always have an open mind.
Okay.
Be open to criticism. Be open to people having opinions about you. People will say things. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't bother you. And I would put so much emphasis on this. Don't get into pageants or modeling just for the glam part of it. because there's a lot of comparison in this industry. In other worlds also there's a lot of comparison, but here every insecurity of yours gets highlighted, because we look at other girls. I look at someone and I'm like, I wish I had her skin, or I wish I had her height. So you have to hold on to your individuality, accept all your flaws, they are also beautiful, accept you as a person, be strong as an individual, and get into it.
Be strong from inside, right? And motivation, I think, external forces does motivate us, but what motivates us the most is ourselves, that thing that comes from within us, self-motivation. So how do you self-motivate yourself?
So I believe a lot in manifestation.
Okay.
So when I used to, growing up, looking at Miss India, Miss Universe, Priyanka Chopra, Sushmita Sen, giving those reactions, I would enact those also in front of the camera. And I was never camera shy or stage fright. I never had those.
Okay.
So when I think about it, like there are some days when you think I'm not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just give up.
You're feeling demotivated.
Yeah, when you feel demotivated, just remind yourself that why did you get into it at the first place? If you might, there might be girls and people who are a little more better than you, but you are no less. So motivating yourself is always like reminding yourself of your strength, affirmations, being humble, being unapologetic, but humble.
Right, that is, to stay grounded is so important, right?
It is.
I think to stay grounded, to know where you are, because today you are this, but who knows tomorrow, right?
Exactly.
So you should be also aware of the present, of the reality, right? So when we are talking about the beauty industry, the pageant industry, it's, as I said, cutthroat. What has changed with time, you feel?
Like you said, in earlier times, pageants might have only been about beauty, but now it is also about what you bring to the table. Giving you the crown, what benefits can you provide? What changes are you willing to make? Are you strong enough to take responsibility of the crown? It has changed a lot, but because with time, pageantry has not only become like a extracurricular or what we might say, like just an add-on thing.
Yeah.
But it is also, we are representatives. We have the ability to bring about changes. We have the potential to talk about things that nobody else wants to. So like, I can't say from a judge's perspective, but they always look at people who have that one spark. Because surface beauty will perish.
They say beauty is only skin deep. What matters is the person you are from within. You know, you might be very beautiful, but you may be a very horrible person. You do nasty things to others. That's not beauty, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So as you are growing, what are the other future? You must be having something. Maybe it is not very crystal clear to you right now, but you must be having some tentative plan. What are those plans, if you can spill a few for us?
So, of course, near future, I would love to represent Meghalaya, my state, at a national level. That is the pageantry part of it, and as per like what I want to do in life is, I really want to. It sounds very rehearsed, but I really want to be in like society and be there as a catalyst of change.
Change, right? Okay.
Like I've seen my mother helping other underprivileged females, training them so that they can earn their livelihood. Because as a woman, financial independence plays a very important part. So yeah, I'm not very clear about what future holds for me.
Right.
But each day I'm just taking a step towards it.
And you're growing each day.
Yes.
With all the experiences that you're gathering, with all the people you're meeting, right? Is it possible to wear multiple hats in today's times? And
it is possible to wear multiple hats, but not at the same time.
because you have so much of avenues now, that there are so many opportunities that one has these days. Social media is one of them. You can podcast, you can do anything right now. You can bring those changes through a podcast perhaps, right? And people will be glued to you, will be listening to you. You'll be like motivating and changing lives. So it is possible to do more than you think you can.
It is. I was a part of a podcast called Adolescence Unfiltered.
Okay.
It was organized by the Meghalaya government.
Okay.
So there also we used to talk about topics that are still not discussed.
Taboo, yeah.
Yeah, taboos. Like simple and normal things like menstrual health, sexual health, mental health for teenagers.
Right.
So that was a platform that I could actually speak up about everything I felt. And then, like you said, a person can wear different hats. We have one life.
Yeah.
We shouldn't just
We
stick
just
to,
have to go a little beyond our comfort zone and believe in ourselves that we are capable.
We
right?
are a lot more capable than we think of.
Yeah. So as we are almost wrapping up, Gracey, I wish I could, what I could understand is that you are a very confident person. You can speak well. I think that is so important, right? That you are very clear about what you are speaking. You're just not talking just like that. You're thinking and talking. So as we're almost wrapping up, and there are so many people who are watching, what is the kind of message you would like to leave behind as the reigning Miss Shillong of 2024?
So just a very simple thing. I have always been taught that we have a lot of love in us. We have a lot of skills. So it's always good to share. Hold on to your individuality. Be confident. You're very important, and most importantly, be you. Be yourself, and the world will shine around you.
Absolutely. Words, they say, comes from the depth of our heart, and today I think whatever you have spoken, all the words, it was not rehearsed at all. We from Doordarshan Shillong wish you tons of good luck. The world has opened up so many doors for you. We wish you good luck in your academics. We wish you good luck in this pageantry, also in the beauty industry that we are talking about too. Keep on shining, girl. Come on and bring the world down to your feet and make all the good changes. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you
for
having me.
And good luck once again.
Thank you so much.
I'm sitting beside the reigning Miss Shillong 2024, Gracey Nandi. All this while I was looking at her, listening to her, I was also watching that crown, sparkling crown. Well, they say, the crowning glory is there on her head. But then I think each and every one of us can achieve, if not in the beauty part of the world, there are other crowning glories that we can all wear. Thank you so much for watching this program. And from the two of us here and the entire team behind the scene, behind the camera, who is also there in this midst, it's wishing you goodbye.